Today is Wednesday, and our daily practice today is going into the third level of your aura, your mental body. And don't forget, at the Barbara Brennan School of Healing, where I was trained in energy healing many a good long year ago, but it's a 4-year long program, Barbara came to call our aura the human energy consciousness system. So it's more than just beautiful colors wafting around your body. Your energy field penetrates into your physical body, and there's different aspects of your own consciousness, aspects of your own life experience unfolding on each level. So, welcome if you're here. Feel free to put stuff in the comments as we go, and I'll try to pay attention to them, ask questions, or say hello. And follow on this Facebook page so that you get the notice every morning, and you can come join me every morning. Or of course, if 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is not a good time for you, I just had somebody join my email list from San Diego yesterday, so that's West Coast. That's 3 hours earlier. That would be 5 o'clock in the morning for her. So the post will be up on the page, and you can just go practice later on in the day. Maybe you want to do it before you go to bed, have a little 15-minute drop in. So I am going to go to my Instagram feed because I'm on Facebook Live and I can't look at both at the same time. And I'm sorry I didn't get a post out for the mental body today. I will catch up on my social media posting today. But I'm going to look at last week's post for the mental body. And it's easy to find because mental body posts are always yellow, like this level of the field. I'll hold it up for you. This is what they look like. Ooh, how close can we get? The light's better today. So this is my little pastel drawing artist's impression of what the third level of your aura looks like. If you could see it, but don't worry about seeing it. You are perceiving it all the time. You just aren't bringing your awareness to it. So it's these lemon yellow lines of light that trace out all around your body, through your body, every physical structure of your body, even the chakras on this level are traced, structured, held in time and space with these yellow lines of light. I'm noticing in this drawing I drew the mental body a little too far off the body around the head. It doesn't expand out quite that far, unless you're really brilliant, unless you're really mentally brilliant. So I'm going to have a sip of my coffee to wake up my mental mind. And let's see what our daily practice is for today. The third level of your aura shows the flow of your thoughts, rational and intuitive, right? So energy is pulsing along these yellow lines as you're thinking. That's why it's called the mental body. It shows the psychodynamics of your thinking, but rational and intuitive. So intuition is really a form of thinking on this level, which is interesting, right? Because we think of intuition as just something that comes in through our sixth chakra. It's bodily. It's like our whole body, our whole aura is taking in information and giving us vague thoughts, intuitions, information in this form. When you think and intuit, energy zips around the lines of light. Cool. So let's talk about negative thinking today. So the sun is just shining right in my patio door on my face. This level of your field can go into distortion or become a heavy mustard yellow with negative thinking. Is that a more comfortable place to be? Does it feel safer somehow? Interesting, right? When we go into negative thought patterns where we're basically bitching in our head about ourselves or someone else, the lines thicken and darken, and that could feel protective for you. That thickening and darkening actually could feel like a way of shielding yourself. It may feel too vulnerable to be in the lighter lemon yellow lines of positive thought. So when I find it hard to hold hope, I find I sink into negative thinking because it feels protective. How about you? So just pause, become aware, witness, soften with yourself. There's no sense being hard on yourself. The last thing we need is self-judgment on this level, right? Those kinds of thoughts where we're basically judging ourselves, harming ourselves, being hard on ourselves. That kind of thinking also flows on this level. All right, so that's our practice today. Looking at negative thinking, whether it feels protective, whether it's about not being able to access hope, and being able to pause, become aware, witness, soften, and stop being hard on ourselves. Let's practice. Let's have another sip of coffee. I may have squirrels and chipmunks running by because I went out to my garden first thing in the morning, barefoot, of course, because that connects me directly with the Earth's energy field. It's called grounding or earthing. And I put out some sunflower heads for them from my garden. All right. Practice for me always starts with awareness of the body, which can seem counterintuitive because I said we're going into the aura, the energy field, right? But your body's your landing pad. So let's pay attention to the body for a moment. Become aware of sensations in the body, because the easiest way to perceive the different layers of your aura is through using your imagination to expand and imagine what they could and would look like, but then noticing how that changes the sensation in your body. Because remember, third level expands out about this far, but penetrates right into your body. So as soon as you tune into it and begin to move energy on it, it will change the sensations in your body. So taking a minute to just notice the sensations. Dropping all the way down to my pelvic floor. Right into my fingertips. Down through my knee joints. They feel a little stiff this morning, but I am sitting cross-legged. All the way down into my toe tips and the sensations between my toes, soles of feet. Noticing the slight discomfort in shoulders, neck, not as bad as usual. So I know I've got distortion patterns there. It's a bit of chronic area for me. I'm going to hone in today on the area of where I'm feeling physical discomfort or tension or blockage or just not easy flow. For me, that's shoulders, neck, a little more right side, jaw. This whole configuration for me. And my curiosity on this level is, so I know these lemon yellow lines of light should have energy consciousness flowing along them. So I'm curious, as I move my awareness to this level, is there blockage on this level? Or could some of that negative thinking have be gathered in this area of my energy field? So take your awareness to where you feel some discomfort, pain, stuckness, tension, lack of flow, bogginess in your body. Breathing to keep your field charged up and to stay grounded in the body and present. And imagine and visualize these lemon yellow lines of light zipping around, forming the grid work that holds your body in material reality. Let's sit and watch our thoughts for a few minutes. If you're just joining us, settle in, just witnessing, thinking. My mind's pretty quiet because I'm holding space of awareness for all of you, but I'm zoning into this particular sensation kind of in my neck and throat. And what I'm seeing is more like an aspect of my personality that goes into the negative thinking or I'm going to call it self-defeatist thinking. The not expecting a great outcome thinking that, oh, it couldn't possibly turn out well. So it's not negative in terms of like thinking horrible things about people. It's more just a way my own mental body can get into a bit of a funk. It's right on this edge of, we get told that if you do positive thinking, you can manifest and attract and all this good stuff. And of course that's true. In your energy field, like attracts like, but like no pressure, right? To monitor every single thought and always be positive. I don't find that's realistic. So what I want to do is bring compassion and presence to this part of me that kind of like defaults down into the, oh, I couldn't possibly turn out, or I won't be that hopeful, or I'll just hope for less, or I won't expand my feeling of hopefulness or my projection, my mental projection to great things happening all the time. What that feels like in my field is, so that part of me that goes into that kind of downturned thinking, I feel it as a sensation in my throat, and now it feels like I'm moving another part of my awareness in that feels very kind and gentle and compassionate. Maybe it's my higher self, and just like touching or coming present with this part of me that feels low. So it's like the two parts of the consciousness are together. The part that is in the oh, and the part that's in the oh, well, let me just be present with you with the loving presence. Do a little inner alchemy. Okay, so that creates a sensation almost like a pause in my whole energy field. A little more breath is moving. So you can do the same. Find a place in your body, your field that feels heavy. Connect it with the kinds of low thoughts that tend to run, and then presence, a more compassionate, loving part of yourself to just be with this sad, frustrated, low, not feeling hopeful part of yourself. Okay, now I'm going to bring some resonance to the part of me that's having a hard time. Resonance is a skill that I work with you in one-to-one sessions. It sounds like bringing empathy and understanding and warmth to this part of my own energy consciousness that's kind of lodged in my field. Or it sounds like what we call an empathy guess. I'm going to make a guess as to how this part of me is feeling. And if I get the empathy guess right, it's going to land. I'm going to feel some kind of response in my body and my field. So I'm going to tune back in to this heavier, dense place in my mental body. Ooh, it's almost feeling like there's sadness in there. Presence in with my more loving self. Here's my empathy guess. Shelley, is it hard to stay uplifted all the time by yourself without others holding kind of hopefulness and positive vibes with you and for you? Okay, that landed. It was a good guess. And the sensation shift, which is also an energy shift in my body, it just feels like a subtle kind of like sinking tension, kind of softening right in this area. So I'm going to stay tuned in, attuned to this part of myself, and see if there's any more empathy guesses I have. Empathy guesses hit more on the emotional body level. We worked on that yesterday. We do emotional body on Tuesdays. However, our thoughts and our emotions, emotional body second level, mental body third level, they're right next to each other, right? So, I mean, even cognitive behavioral therapy and psychotherapy has figured this out. They affect each other greatly, right? You have a thought and makes you feel a certain way. So I'm touching it on the emotional level, but I'm also kind of noticing how it changes what goes on my mental level, the kind of thought patterns and thinking. I'm tuning back in here, checking the time. My God, it's 20 after already. Do a few more minutes of this because I'm in deep. I'm doing some good work on myself here. I hope you're able to follow and try this for yourself. Or if you're not, come see me for a session and we'll do it together, and then you'll get it. And again, this is why I work with people in 3 to 6 month packages of healing. You have to practice these skills over and over and over, and then it becomes familiar, and you can sit here like this and know how to sink in and go do these wonderful little pieces of work on yourself, wonderful little aura shifts, wonderful little healing. So I like to teach you how to become your own healer when we work together. Okay, I'm sinking back in. Oh, interesting. So it's a visual for me that, again, that heavy, dense part of me looks like a me that wants to lie down and rest, like she looks so tired. Bringing in my warm, caring, empathy self again. Kind of feels like my higher self. It feels like this higher vibration. Empathy guess, Shelley, do you sometimes just need deep rest from all of the thinking and trying to figure it out and trying to think the right things so that your life goes right? more sinking, more relaxing, which is also my nervous system down regulating. Softer in the front. Now I'm more aware of my upper back, a sort of a burning sensation back there. Some release in my jaw. I'm going to look again at the yellow lines on the mental body level. I'm just going to shift my awareness up. Still pretty dark in this area. Shelley, are you so tired of being told you're bad and you're getting it wrong when heavy thoughts roll in? And would it be lovely to feel more welcoming, curious, and loving towards when my thoughts get a little heavy and dark? Again, lots deep feelings of more restfulness, a little calmer. Right, I'm going to keep going with this. I'm in deep. I'm going to go do some more healing work with myself now that I've connected with this part of myself. I hope this was helpful. I'd love for you to leave your comments and tell me how it goes. And I would like to move these lives over to YouTube, where it's just easier, more people can access it that might not be on Facebook. But I can't do it till I have 50 YouTube followers. So if you would zip over to my YouTube channel, Shelley Harrison Healing, and follow, that'd be awesome. And maybe in a few weeks we can shift from Facebook to YouTube. And if you follow this page, my business page, Shelley Harrison Healing on Facebook, that'd be super helpful. Thanks so much. Tomorrow's post, Thursday. On Thursday, I always post about the 4th level of the field, your astral body level, where your relationship connections are happening. So check on Instagram and Facebook tomorrow for the astral body post. It's always green. You'll be able to find it because it's this beautiful emerald green, like your heart chakra. Fabulous if you can comment on it or say how it moves you or doesn't move you or makes sense or doesn't make sense. And I put those out. Those come out at 7 a.m. Or sometimes 6 a.m. for the early risers is when they should pop up on social media so that you can read it before we join together live here at 8 a.m. and practice what I've shared. All right? Thanks for being here. Thanks for whatever is happening in your beautiful aura today.